It is 2:47 in the morning. You have been lying in bed for nearly 3 hours. The room is dark, the house is silent, and you are trying desperately to sleep. You turn the pillow over to the cold side. Change positions again. Check the time. I need to sleep, but the harder you try, the more awake you become. Every minute now feels like proof that something is going wrong. Then the alarm rings. The battle is over. You no longer need to fall asleep. And suddenly, you could sleep for hours. This strange contradiction does not end in the bedroom. Try not to think about someone and their face appears. Try to force yourself to calm down, and you begin monitoring every breath. Try too hard to impress someone, and every word sounds rehearsed. Chase happiness with desperate hands, and it always seems to stay one step ahead. Some things move away the moment we try to grab them. This is the strange law of reverse effort. The harder we try to force certain states of mind, the more impossible they become. Think about a clenched fist. The tighter you squeeze, the more control you seem to have. But hold it long enough and your hand begins to ache. And while it remains closed, it cannot receive anything. To accept a gift, hold another hand, or catch falling rain, the fingers must open. Yet many of us live with our minds clenched. We force answers from people who have none to give. We try to keep relationships alive long after the warmth has disappeared. We replay old conversations, searching for the perfect sentence we should have said. We push against life until exhaustion feels normal. The confusion begins because effort works so well in the physical world. Want stronger muscles? Train. Want to learn a language? Practice. Want to build a wall? Stack the bricks. So we assume our inner world follows the same rules. It does not. You cannot force yourself to sleep like you force yourself to finish a task. You cannot order grief to leave by Friday. You cannot drag love toward you. And peace has never arrived because someone shouted at their own mind to calm down. Centuries ago, ancient Chinese philosophy gave this idea a name: Wu O Wei. It is often translated as effortless action, but that can sound like laziness. It is closer to knowing when effort has become interference. Watch someone trying to thread a needle with shaking hands. The harder they concentrate, the tighter their fingers become. The thread misses. They try again. Now frustration enters the hand. Then they stop. They put the needle down, look away, breathe. A minute later, the same thread passes through. Nothing outside them changed. The eye of the needle did not become wider. Their hands simply stopped fighting themselves. That is the part we often miss. Sometimes the obstacle is real. Sometimes we are adding ourselves to it. A silent phone becomes unbearable because we keep checking it. A bad memory grows heavier because we demand that it disappear. Even self-improvement can become another form of self-rejection when every morning begins with the belief that who we are today is not enough. The person desperate to look confident often appears nervous. The person desperate to be loved may erase themselves to keep someone close. The person obsessed with happiness notices every moment they are not happy. Sometimes the chase creates the distance. So what do? You loosen your grip. Not on your dreams, not on your responsibilities, on the belief that everything must happen exactly when and how you demand it. Do the work, then allow the result to exist beyond your control. Say what is true, then stop rehearsing 100 possible reactions. Love deeply without turning another person into proof that you are worthy. At night, let rest be enough, even before sleep arrives. This is not giving up. It is learning the difference between effort and force. Maybe the door in front of you was never locked. Maybe you have been pushing against it for so long that you never noticed it opens the other way. So ask yourself, am I doing what I can? Or am I trying to force what I cannot control? There is a difference. And sometimes life does not need more pressure from you. It needs space. The answer may not be to try harder. It may simply be to open your hand.